Years ago, my friend Dee sent me a cassette tape of songs she liked, and a few songs on there were by Daniel Johnston. And, I loved them right away, and I became obsessed with him. And I started, ordering all of his records or tapes at the time. They were just on cassette tapes, home recordings. And one day, this friend of mine said she was starting a music and art magazine, and did I want to contribute anything? And I said, well, I'd love to interview Daniel Johnston if you could arrange that. And she said, yeah, I can, I think. So she arranged me to have a phone interview with Daniel Johnston. And I don't know what I was expecting, but I was expecting, I guess, like a deeper heart to heart than I was having with him. And, he's, mentally, he was mentally ill. And I always thought that he was schizophrenic. And, I was trying to talk to him about what books do you like? And he was like, I like Superman comics. And I was like, yeah, but like literature, like what kind of literature? And he was like, I also like Batman comics. And I was like, but I mean like books. And he was kind of like, I don't really read books. I was like, oh. And, it was just kind of this awkward conversation. And then at the end, I said something about, how's, I know you're schizophrenic, you've had schizophrenia. I was wondering how that's going. And he said, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm manic depressive. And I said, oh, I thought you were schizophrenic. He said, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm manic depressive. And I said, I know, I understand that. I thought you were schizophrenic. I thought I read that. And he said, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm manic depressive. I said, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. And he said, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm manic depressive. And I said, no, I understand that. I just worried that I hurt your feelings. Did I hurt your feelings? I'm sorry if I did. I didn't mean to. And he said, I'm not schizophrenic. I'm manic depressive. And I was like, okay, I hear you. You're not schizophrenic. You're manic depressive. I'm really sorry for your feelings. And then he hung up the phone. And I felt so terrible. I feel like I'd really, really offended him. And I don't know, it's horrible when you feel like you've offended your idol. And then a few years later, he was going to be performing, and I bought tickets, and I went, and I waited in line for a long time. And then they said, oh, he canceled. And I went home disappointed. And then a few years later, he was going to be performing again, this time in New York. And I was here now. This was in San Francisco before. And Ashley, the woman I was sort of becoming involved with at the time, she was a big fan too. And I said, you want to go see Daniel Johnston? She said, yeah. So I bought 2 tickets. They were kind of expensive. And then she said to me, the day before, maybe you should just go without me because the other guy that I'm seeing really loves Daniel Johnston too. And I think you might be jealous if I went to see him with you instead of with him. So I shouldn't go at all. And I was like, really? I bought these tickets. They're really expensive. She said, I'm sorry. I'm sure someone else will go with you. And I'm like, I don't want to go with anyone else. I just wanted to go with her. So I'm like, maybe I could just sell them online. So I sold them online. And then I don't know, a few months later, I heard that he had died. And I was like, I can't believe I did that.